a good ball played in for Tony Morley. Oh, he missed it! It is! Peter Will! Villa in the lead!
Hello, good evening, Aston Villa fans, and welcome to the Villa Forever podcast. I am your host, Chad Williams. We are live on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. Please subscribe. I'm getting closer to 2K on YouTube. Give me a follow on TikTok. Give me a follow on all socials. You can also follow me on Spotify, Apple and Amazon Music. Smash the likes on this video. Let's spread awareness and do share muscular dystrophy. This evening, I'm joined by my special guest, Russ Goldman, who is the host of the Cottage Talk podcast. It's great to have him on the show again. This is the match preview. We turn our attention to Saturday in the Premier League early kickoff. Fulham v Aston Villa in the Premier League at Craven Cottage. This stage of the season, we are very close to the finish line. Aston Villa need to consolidate their position in the top four. Also, Aston Villa want to get the job done and dusted early before the end of the season. Also, Aston Villa have a Europa League semi-final to look forward to as well. Great to the show, Russ. How are you tonight?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me back.
Oh, it's always a pleasure. You got your channel's great.
What was that?
Your channel's great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
So it's a big game on Saturday. So as a Fulham fan, what do you expect from Saturday?
So it's a very interesting time to be a Fulham supporter. And to be fair, Fulham actually have run into a pattern that they have ever since Marco Silva has been their manager. And that's what I would call basically Fulham falling off in the second half of the season. It's happened every season under Marco Silva. So right now they are now doing what they have done in years past. It's what I call the Fulham fade. They fade. And right now, that's kind of what we're dealing with right now. Fulham are not far off a European place, but they do not look like a team that is going to be able to get a European place. And it just seems like basically same thing last season, same thing the season before and before that. So let's just say I'm a little bit disappointed in what's been going on with Fulham.
Given those European positions, it's very tight.
It is.
At the moment, like you got like say, Chelsea, 7th at the moment. They lost to Brighton. The process of getting a new manager. They need the likes of Brighton, the likes of Brentford, Bournemouth. They need the likes of Sunderland.
Right.
In those places, they're all close together. In the points.
Yeah, everyone is close together. The problem is, if you look at the fixtures coming up, Fulham's fixtures are difficult. We have obviously Aston Villa. We also are going to be playing Arsenal. I will mention we're going to be playing Newcastle, which I think will be a difficult match at the end of the season.
Yep.
So the matches with Fulham are not easy. And then we are playing Bournemouth. And the one match you would say would be easy would be Wolves, but that's not going to be easy. So for Fulham, I like to be positive. I'm a very positive person. I just feel that it's basically ending like a typical Fulham season. I would like to tell you that they got a good shot for Europe. I just don't feel that way because they haven't given me the proof that they're willing to fight to get into Europe. And whereas your club is doing that and then some, you are doing well in Europe and you are fighting for Champions League. So for me, it's not that Fulham's going in a different direction. They are staying still. And Aston Villa are not. That's a big difference.
God, let me say that it's been a few years since they were lost in Europe. They seem to feel they are not the finish line. Not when it matters.
Yeah.
And also in Fulham, they're a team that know their roles. The restructured with Marco Silva. So for Fulham, it's going to be a real big summer.
Yes.
But to get to that next level, you might need another transfer window.
Well, for Fulham, yes, I think this summer is going to be huge because I think the owners have some big decisions to make, including who's going to stay and who's going to go. I actually just did a show on that, and I included Marco Silva in that equation because for me, he's not signed a new contract. He is a free agent at the end of the season, similar to Harry Wilson, who I think we'll be talking about as well. So for me, Fulham have some very big decisions to make, and so does Marco Silva. Will Marco Silva be back? I don't know.
The thing is, Marco Silva, will he still be at the club?
I don't think he's going to be, if you're asking me. And for me, it's a difficult one because he's offered so much, but I'm ready to move on, believe it or not, from Marco Silva. I'm ready to move on. And I think it's time for Fulham and Marco to go their separate ways. And that's sad to say, but I think that they have a lot going on in the summer. And I'm excited to what's going to happen this summer because I think Fulham need to change a lot of things.
It's going to be a real big transition. And summer, the Marco Silva is going to be a coach that is in demand at the moment.
Yeah.
You can see a lot of interest, but still need to get to that next level.
Yes. Yes, that's the whole thing that I think I want a coach that I know will take them to the next level. The best example I can give you is right with you with Aston Villa. Aston Villa have, I think, one of the best coaches, not just in the league, but in the world with Unai Emery. Okay, I'm going to tell you that. Every time Fulham go up against Unai Emery with Marco Silva, Unai Emery outcoaches Marco Silva. So I want a coach that can actually adjust during a match, make changes during a match, and Silva doesn't do that. With Unai Emery, he is plan A, plan B, and plan C. We only have plan A. And that's one of the reasons why I'm ready to move on from him.
I did say actually that Aston Villa a very good record against Fulham.
Yeah.
So home and away, especially at Craven Cottage. The looks at Ollie Watkins is in great form. But Morgan Rogers and McGinn, they've all scored against Fulham before.
Right. So to be honest with you, you're naming two players that I know can hurt Fulham, and I actually expect them to as well. And I know this is probably not a preview where you have a host have a opposition fan coming on telling you how the chances that they have to beat your team. I'm not feeling very confident heading into this match. We'll get to that when I give you a prediction at the end, but I think that your team is head and shoulders above my team right now.
The Harry Wilson links we're new to Villa. He's set to join the club. So, what do you make of that? What do you think?
Yeah, so the situation with Harry Wilson is very interesting, and I will just put it to you this way: I've basically, like I said, I did a show on who should stay and who should go, and Harry Wilson this season, and I will say part of last season, a good part of last season, was very good for Fulham. He has scored goals, but the problem with Harry Wilson's career with Fulham has been consistency. He'll have he'll have what you guys will call a purple patch, and then he'll go missing for a few matches. So for me, I am actually okay for Harry Wilson to leave Fulham Football Club. I will say thank you very much for seeing out your contract for what you've given Fulham. But just like I said with Marco Silva, it's time to go your separate ways. My thing with him going to Villa is I will just say it this way. Be careful what you are wishing for as a Villa fan with Harry Wilson, because I look at your team and I see Harry Wilson strictly as a squad player.
Rotation.
A rotation player. He will not be a starter for Aston Villa. I don't see it. I don't see him as a starter. In fact, I see it as if he gets offered a lot of money and goes to your club, I'd be happy for him. But I'm being honest with what you're getting with this player. You are getting a player that I don't think is going to give you what the Aston Villa supporters are probably thinking. And I'm joking a little bit when I say this, but Ross McCormack went from Fulham to Aston Villa. I think Harry Wilson could be Ross McCormack 2.0.
Real flip.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, be careful what you're wishing for. I know Aston Villa supporters are probably excited that they might get Harry Wilson, but I don't know how much he's going to offer Aston Villa.
And to me, when we were talking before we went on air, that he's checked out. Do you want to play in the night? He's giving everything. You're going to get him.
So I still think he's giving 100% effort. I want to say that about Harry Wilson. Harry Wilson has never said a bad thing about Fulham Football Club. He has been a complete professional for the club. I just think right now his mind could be, and again, this is just my opinion, in a different place, thinking about who he's going to play for next. And what's going on. His Wales, unfortunately, did not make the World Cup, so his mindset could be on his next opportunity, and I get that. So for me, this is just my opinion. I think he's checked out, and if I'm Marco Silva, I'm not. But if I'm Marco Silva, I don't play him. I play players for the rest of the season who are going to be part of Fulham's future, because I don't think Harry Wilson is part of Fulham's future. I think he is part of someone else's future. What?
It's time for him to move on.
What was that? I'm sorry, John.
It's time for him to move on.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Like I said, no hard feelings. Again, a lot of great memories. He's been a great player for the club. I wish him the best. I just, for the 5 matches to go, I wouldn't play him.
Do you think Aston Villa that we will get anything good out of him?
Do I think Aston Villa? Listen, like I mentioned, I think Aston Villa can get something out of him, as you mentioned, on a rotation basis. I just think that your expectations should be that he's going to be somewhat of a squad player. I don't envision him starting regularly for Aston Villa.
He's not going to get ahead of the likes of Morgan Rogers. He ain't going to get ahead of him.
No, absolutely not. No, he's not going to get ahead of him. Like I said, if Emery uses him correctly, if he does go to Villa, I think he can help you. I just think that you have to understand what you're getting. And you're getting a player that can come off the bench and help you. And I don't think that's a bad thing.
Just will he be a free transfer?
Yeah, free transfer. Like I said, you're just talking money, right? You're just talking about his wages. And if they're willing to, I've heard reports, if you want to pay 100, like 100K a week for his wages for a squad player, by all means, go ahead and do that. I wouldn't personally do it, but if they want to do that, go ahead. He's not going to get ahead of the players that are in the squad right now for Aston Villa. He is. That's just I see Aston Villa as a team playing the Champions League.
Yeah.
I do. I that level of player. Harry Wilson, I don't think is at that level.
No, and also talking about Aston Villa, this is a real big game for us.
Yes.
If we can make Villa to step closer to getting Champions League football, I think if we win the next 2 games, we've secured it, I think.
Yeah, you have a very good chance, my friend. You really do. And I know, I understand why this is such a pivotal game for Aston Villa. I really do. And I have a good friend that's a Manchester United supporter, so I get it. I understand the importance. And I think Unai Emery is as well. It's funny because it sounds like I'm like a Villa supporter, which I'm not. But I'm just being realistic. I'm being realistic of 2 clubs. We played a lot under Marco Silva against Unai Emery, and it's never ended well. And I don't expect it to on Saturday.
I want
For
us
me.
to get the job done.
Yep.
Also, to get the job done before the end of the season, so we don't have to worry about the final game of the season. Because last season, we missed out on Champions League
Right.
on the final day. So Emery's making sure this time it doesn't happen.
Right, exactly. And then, like I said, I like your chances. I like your chances a great deal. I watch a lot of Villa. You're a quality team, and I expect that to continue.
Yeah, I did say actually, that Emi Martinez will make his 250th appearance at the football club, which is an amazing record
Yeah.
in the record books. And certainly a special moment for him.
Yeah, he is a high class, one of the best goalkeepers in the world, I think. And he's been a great player for Aston Villa. So it's a great achievement.
Oh yeah, he's up there with the best goalkeeper in the world. He's up there with the best goalkeepers.
Yeah, he is. He is.
It's like the game against Sunderland. He actually caught a save. The game that we nearly lost. But thanks to his save, we ended up winning that game.
Gotcha.
Big moments. He seems to always come up with the goods.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the big moments.
Yep. Fulham. Listen, I think Fulham have a quality goalkeeper too, and Bern Leno as well. So I understand having. I think he's a great goalkeeper. So I see the importance of having a goalkeeper like you have and like I have.
Yeah. So also the quality goalkeeper. Leno played for Arsenal before. So
Yes, he did.
You know what you're getting with him.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We got a lot of quality coming from him. Totally agree.
It's solid and reliable.
Yeah, I know he's been great for us, honestly, and hopefully he's our goalkeeper for years to come.
In this game as well for us, with Iwobi. Iwobi's been a big loss.
Yeah, so listen, Iwobi is a big loss. I think he has a hamstring injury. I've not seen any reports because I think the presser's tomorrow. We're recording this on a Thursday, but I don't expect him to play against Aston Villa, and it's a big loss. It's a big loss.
Oh, you got Iwobi. He got a lot of contribution with goals
Yep.
and assists to creating chances.
Yep. Yep. No, he's offered a lot to Fulham, so him not being involved on Saturday, which I expect him not to be, is a loss.
He's been around a lot of clubs. He's been at Everton,
Yep.
also
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
Yep.
Yeah. And also his pace. He's always very direct. That's something that Fulham missed. They missed that creativity.
Yeah, no, I agree. So it'll be interesting to see what Marco does on Saturday. I'm not exactly sure. I have my thoughts on it, but we'll see what he does.
And for me, the key matter is down the wide areas and the fullback positions. You know, in like Aston Villa, we've got Ian Matson or Dinya
Yep.
who can provide service to the likes of Ollie Watkins. And he's on fire at the moment, Watkins.
Yep. So
So
the
it could be
issue,
a problem.
yeah, no, it is going to be a problem. Well, it'll definitely be a problem, especially for our right back, which is, I'd be shocked if Kenny Tete is back. If Kenny Tete is available to play, that would be a big help. But I expect it to be Castagna as your right back. Left back, I'm hoping that it's Ryan Sessegnon, who's been very good. Even as a left back, he's been very good. If it's Jedi, I would feel good too. But I'm hoping that it's Ryan Sessegnon. But like you said, if I'm Aston Villa, I am targeting Castagna, and it's a problem right now for Fulham.
Does it on Ross Barkley today? He has to start again. It's important that we get some control on this guy. Because Fulham want to play out from the back.
Yes, they do.
And don't give Fulham too much time. On the ball.
Right. And that, like I said, Fulham want to play the ball out from the back. So if you press Fulham, you might be able to create a turnover. You might be able to create an issue. So that's what I would do.
Well, I'm going to get your predicted team line up on the screen.
Sure.
It's the opposition line. So how will they set up for them?
So we got Leno as the goalkeeper, Castagna as the right back, Anderson and Bassi are the center backs, which are very solid. However, if you're asking me, I'd probably start Diop over Anderson, but I'm going with what I think you're going to see. And then I'm going with Ryan Sessegnon. In the middle, I am going to go with what we call the double pivot of Lukic and Berga. Emile Smith-Rowe as your number 10. On the right, I have Oscar Bob. On the left, I have Samuel Chukwueze. And up front, I have Raul Jimenez. Now, if this is the starting 11, I think Fulham have a chance to do something in this match. But we shall see. This is what I think Marco Silva is going to do.
To me, I really like Sessegnon.
Yeah.
To me, he's got a lot of pace.
Yeah.
And to me, for Fulham, he's always been consistent.
Well, I think Ryan Sessegnon has been consistent. I think Anthony Robinson, unfortunately, has not been playing well. That's the reason why I'm going with Sessegnon over Anthony Robinson.
Yeah. How's Oscar Bob playing?
So Oscar Bob, I think, is part of Fulham's future. We were talking before. I want players to play that are part of Fulham's future. Bob, I think, is going to be Fulham's player that they build around for years to come. I think it's Bob. And we haven't seen it yet, but I think next season you're going to see what Oscar Bob can offer Fulham. So for me, he's a key player.
I mean, they're in both fullbacks. Castagna and Sessegnon.
Yep.
Don't push forward. They're not providing support.
Yeah, no, I would say Sessegnon does push forward, but Castagna will probably stay back a little bit.
And he crosses it as well.
Yep. Crosses in the box are actually pretty good from Sessegnon. Castagna is okay, but Fulham's game is crosses in the box. So if they get the ball in the box, hopefully that's a good sign.
Yep, we're going to the next talking point.
Sure.
So before that, so guys, you just tuned in. So unfortunately, got me on a podcast tonight, but I'm going to get him on the next few weeks, just so everybody knows. Because do you think European football at the end of the season is a realistic target for Fulham, Russ?
I don't. And that saddens me because I think at this point there are too many teams ahead of them and the fixtures are difficult. And I just don't see a team that is fighting until the end, unfortunately. I'm not saying that they're not playing for the shirt or anything like that. I'm just saying that there are teams that are right now in form, and Fulham are not. They're not in form. And I think that there's just too much going on behind the scenes with Harry Wilson, with the manager. There's just too much in flux. I think that's affecting the team.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah, behind the scenes. I think there's a lot going on. That's why I am not optimistic for this match. And I'm really not optimistic for the other four coming up either.
Also, look, the games you got coming up.
Yeah.
You also got Aston Villa. You got to play Arsenal.
Right.
The title race. You got Bournemouth. Then you got Bournemouth. That's gonna be a tricky one.
Yeah, that would be a tricky one. And then we have after that, I believe we have Wolves, and then we end with
done.
Yep, and then we end with Newcastle.
Yeah.
At home.
So yeah, realistically, it's hard. So for me, you might finish maybe top half or bottom half.
Yeah, to be honest with you, I can see them finishing anywhere from 10th to 12th. That's where I think they'll end up. Somewhere around there.
Where did you finish last season?
Last season, I want to say I think it was 11th last season.
So a little bit similar then again?
Yeah, it was 11th. So I think they're going to be somewhere around the same.
And for Fulham, they need to finish as high as possible. For them, that's going to be a target.
Yep,
as high as they can.
Yep, that's the target. I just don't know if they can get there.
Okay. In football, it's like small margins.
Yep.
I've also let you know it's like against Brentford last week. That even though you didn't lose the game, it was a missed opportunity.
Oh, it totally is. They needed to win that game. And the fact that they got a draw, that just basically solidified it for me. They're just, I don't think they have enough to get to Europe. I want to be proven wrong. I'm just not optimistic like I normally am.
Yeah. Convincing Fulham, the last time they were in Europe was 2011.
Yeah.
2012 season.
Yeah.
I think Mark Swartz was still there then, I think.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and I desperately want them to get back to Europe, and hopefully it's sooner than later. But I don't see it this season, my friend.
It'd be interesting actually what manager you get. It's Thomas Frank.
I would be interested. I'd be interested in Thomas Frank. I'd be very interested in. Yeah, absolutely. I'd be interested in Thomas Frank.
You can see he would do a good job.
I think he would. I actually think he would. With the players we have, I think he absolutely would. Yeah, I agree. I think he would.
You're just going to. And also, you got transfer window. The firms need to be patient, but I think the firms now, I think their patience starting to run out.
Yeah. So yeah, well, we'll see what happens in the transfer window. I'm excited for the summer. I'm excited for hopefully Fulham get some more victories before the end of the season. But I'm looking forward to next season. I think it's a wonderful opportunity for Fulham.
Yeah. To get the transition summer.
Yeah, it absolutely. That's a great word. It's a transition summer for Fulham. Yes.
That's it. And also there might be some players will be leaving and some will stay.
Right.
You mean interested in players?
So right now, I really haven't given it much thought about players that I'm interested in right now. I'm just trying to see the season out. The one player I will tell you that I hope Fulham can find a way to get him to come.
Yeah.
They're a link to Ricardo Pepi, so I'm hoping that they revive that
Yeah.
and Ricardo Pepi comes to Fulham next season. That's my hope.
Okay. Let's go to the next talking point.
Yep.
So, have you seen the recent news? What are your thoughts on Aston Villa closing the North Stand? I don't expect you to know much about this.
Yeah,
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I don't know much about it, to be honest with you. So I'm, not sure what to really say about it, except that I can just tell you that if it allows Aston Villa to make Villa Park better, then if it improves Villa Park for the long term, then I think it's a good thing. Listen, Fulham just had 6 or 7 years of building out the Riverside stand, so I think it's a good thing for to move Aston Villa forward if they're redoing a stand or two or that stand. I don't think it's a bad thing, but we'll see what happens. I hope everything works out.
You need to compete in the other big 6 clubs.
Yeah, absolutely. No, exactly. If my father would always say to make money, you got to spend money.
Yeah.
So you got to spend you got to spend money. So if that means redoing a stand, redo the stand.
Another way to bring revenue in.
Yeah, exactly. A new revenue stream, exactly. Because that's what's going on with Fulham right now with the Riverside stand. They have new revenue streams. Yes.
Because Fulham, what capacity on the stadium there? The capacity.
Oh, the capacity right now is 29,600.
Okay. Do you plan to like more seats?
Not that I'm aware of. I think it's pretty much what it is right now. And
Just redevelopment.
Yeah, I think the big thing is that they wanted to build the Riverside stand, which they have now done, and focus on that. I'm not sure if there are any plans at this point, Chad, to expand Craven Cottage, for right now.
Okay. We'll go to the next talking point.
Sure.
Okay, so let's talk about Marco Silva. So do you think Marco Silva will leave Fulham in summer?
I do. I think he will, and I just don't know where he's going to go, and I will wish him the best if he does leave. I think if he was going to stay, Chad, he would have signed a new contract. So I think he will leave.
Because what he's done for the club, you made progress. It's time for a change.
Exactly.
Sweet difference,
right. Yeah, exactly. It's just time for a change.
I wonder where he'll go to. In European team?
Well, like we said, someone like Thomas Frank would interest me. So we'll see. Someone like that.
Yeah. Tell me, Marco Silva, the football you play with him, it did work, but sometimes you got to change it up because football evolves.
Right. Chad, he doesn't change it up. That's one of the reasons why I'm okay with going the separate ways. He does not change. So what you see is what you get.
Too stubborn.
Very stubborn. That's why, I see your manager, like you said, he has all different plans. The Fulham manager, one plan. So you figure out that one plan, you stop Fulham.
The plan B and plan C. Yeah. And you need to, and also football teams, they always evolve.
Right.
You need to evolve.
Exactly, Chad. And Fulham have not evolved. They're just who they are.
We're going to the last talking point. So, this is Aston Villa then. So, should Aston Villa sign a new right back to the transfer window?
So I'm not really, and again, I don't really follow Villa like you do, so I really
Yeah.
can't talk too much about it. So
Yeah.
maybe you can enlighten me your thoughts on that.
Yeah. I don't think it needs competition. We got Matty Cash.
Yep.
But for me, I think we need a backup to go into every his team.
Right.
It's competition for places.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And a rotation player. Especially
Right.
the Champions League. So, do you need
Yeah,
someone who can also do a good job?
Right. I totally agree with you.
I know he's linked with the Celta Vigo right back. Mingueza, he was linked with him.
Okay. Well, we'll see what player ends up with Aston Villa, but I understand needing another right back. Totally.
Also, somebody that suits Emery's system. Emery knows a lot from La Liga.
Yep. Yeah, no, I definitely understand. You probably need more depth. I get it.
You definitely.
Yep.
And also Garcia. We've actually got also Garcia in the books. But
Yep.
for me, he's nowhere near as good as Cash.
Right. I get that.
So we need sort of another option.
Absolutely.
Yeah, like you said, with the depth. Being in the Champions League, it's important to keep improving the depth in the squad.
I totally agree, Chad.
For example, the other big teams, the likes of Man City, like Arsenal, they all can put out like second teams.
Yeah.
And it's always healthy competition.
Right.
But yeah, Russ, thank you for talking to me.
Oh, my pleasure, Chad. My pleasure for you inviting me. I'm happy to come on.
Before we let you go, can you give me a score prediction or something?
Sure. I'm gonna go with 3-1 to Villa. I think Aston Villa are gonna win handily. I'm gonna say 3-1.
I'll tighten that. I'll be very pleased with that.
I'm sure you would.
I'm going to go 2-1 to Villa. I think it'll be tight, but I think we'll get over it. We'll get the job done. Well, thank you, Russ.
No, thank you, Chad, for having me on, and you do a great job. And I think Aston Villa fans should be very fortunate they have you. So thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone, for watching. If you've enjoyed this podcast, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to smash the like button on the way out of this video. Spread the word about my podcast. Give it a share on all your socials. If you're listening to my audio, leave us a good review. That always helps. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I'm going to wrap up this episode with Villa 3 West and up the Villa